Let me adjust my audio. Sound devices. Adjust microphone level. Okay. There we go. Oh, actually, this is oh wow, this is please tell me this. Okay. Chapter select. Okay, this here has everything. Okay. Let's start at prologue. Start at the beginning, mean, difficulty. Okay, let's go. Okay. Try going to my YouTube page. It's just my name and then look for Kingdom Hearts shit, and you'll see my shit. My picture's a Yu Yu Hakusho profile. Essentially, if you do join, what you're seeing is the intro of the game and how it starts, where Monokuma is just killing one of the main character's parents, who was the headmaster of the academy. And I'm putting the thing on auto, so the text will go by itself, so you can read it at your leisure. Yeah, that's because I don't have any other working stuff. Besides, there's no talking yet in the game anyway. But yeah, essentially you're seeing the game, right? It's not skipping or anything. Okay, yeah, because when I upload these, usually the first 6 minutes of there's our protest.
Before we go any farther, I guess I should introduce myself. My name's Makoto Naegi.
Oh wow, did we really have someone else join? Oh yeah, I get that. Your internet connection quality isn't great. Oh yeah. I hate them troll viewers. They just show up and leave. Okay, like I said, if you want me to, I can just skip all the text and get straight to the game. ultimate afflu and progeny, which means like super duper high school level rich kid. The ultimate swimming pro, the ultimate martial artist. I mean, yeah, Goku's not in here, but they can't put him in a game like this. I'm just going to save in slot 4. Essentially, we're waking up inside like a pop-up story, kind of. Like, where the fuck are we? Walked into the front door, turned into fucking, part of my language YouTube, it turned into a freaking, like a copy swirl, and now we're suddenly waking up in a classroom. I don't know, this game might be for you. Because there's a lot of investigating on stuff, yada yada. Tell me if you can hear the game right, other than me. Okay, now, when I'm talking, can you hear me right? I do have a face cam, but since this is just a lazy stream, I'm not gonna. Now, if I were to walk out in this hallway and you see it, my first question is, why the fuck is it purple? Because, shut up, that's why. All 14 of them, you being the 15th man here.
Whoa, hey! Another new kid?
No, by, skipping, I mean, like, the first 6 minutes of it are all, like, you can't see shit, and then it fixes itself, and then the rest of the stream plays fine.
Huh? Then you guys are all...
Yeah, we're all new here. Today's supposed to be our first day of class.
Also, one of these characters is a trap, one of these is a dude dressed in chick clothing. Can you take a guess who? I'm not gonna say it, but can you take a guess who? Yeah. Well, there are two people technically wearing green. The guy with the dreads and the... Yeah. Yeah, the orange tie, yeah, that's him. Chihiro Fujisaki, the ultimate programmer. He got picked on
So,
a
counting
lot
him,
for being
that
a
makes
boy,
15.
But he's also weak.
Seems like a good cutoff point,
So,
but
decided, you
I
know
wonder
what?
if this is everyone.
You can't call me weak. You can't call me a weak boy if I'm not a boy, essentially. So bullying at its finest. He ran away from being picked on and chose to hide in being able to look like a girl.
Huh?
Oh yeah, we've got people like the ultimate. Wait, what? Okay, we've got people like I said, the ultimate fan figure.
Got it!
The ultimate moral compass, which is kind of like the ultimate honesty, the ultimate teacher pet.
Listen to me!
What?
The ultimate fashionista, the ultimate gambler.
That's right!
Yeah, no, Gambit is not in this game, so don't ask. Alright. Now, who do you want me to start with? Let's choose the box. No, go on, pick one. Let's see one.
Hi, I'm Sayaka Mizono. I look forward to getting to know you.
The ultimate pop star. Still in high school, but is the leader of a pop band that goes traveling around the world. How the fuck? You ain't psychic, you've never been into
Just hold on!
Sorry.
Alright. Let's go with the stoner looking dude who's...
Yo, the name's Leon Kuwata. What's up?
In my Let's Play, I gave him the Shaggy Rogers voice. Just because he looks like Shaggy if Shaggy had red hair.
Yeah!
Essentially, what this guy is dude,
I am Hifumi Yamada. But if you want to call me by my nickname,
The Alpha and the Omega!
I don't mind.
yeah, essentially, he's called the Ultimate Fanfic Creator, but he also writes no comic book pornography, and he sold 10,000 copies at school. Yes. Essentially, like, you could find his stuff on, like, any manga website that had, like, dirty manga. Because that's what he is. His school didn't like that, but people...
I'm Kiyotaka Ishimaru. I believe in bold simplicity. Let's work together on our educational crusade.
Essentially, this dude is the ultimate honor student. And he likes yelling
Got
a
it!
lot. Oh yeah, if you watch my videos off my channel...
Not that
yeah,
you'll remember
yeah,
my
like,
name anyway, but
spoken voice that got me.
I'm Toko Fukawa.
This girl is kind of a freak in terms of not only the right part, but since you kind of will never play this game yourself unless you do it. She has a split personality. Not only is she the ultimate writing prodigy, she's also the ultimate serial killer, genocide jack. Yes, you wouldn't think like that looking at her, but she is a real. What is the term I'm looking for? Yandere, tsundere-esque type of girl. You'll see her facial expression in a second. She wrote a masterpiece when she was only 10 years old, and it took off on her literary career.
What's your problem?
Yeah, this face right here.
What the heck?
And then she goes into something like this. Like, she has a really bad, inferiority complex.
way.
Alright, we got Kuwabara from Yu Yu Hakusho. What the fuck are you doing in this game, Kuwabara? The ultimate, you never want to run into one of those people. Swimming girl, programmer, and then mystery. No, let's go with Kuwabara.
Name's Mondo Owada. Nice to fucking meet ya.
What a way to start off an intro, huh?
Yo.
Apparently, biker gangs all around the world love this guy, being the leader of the largest biker gang in this game.
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Chihiro Fujisaki.
I don't know how you can pull it off. Kill myself in a fifth building. Yeah, I said you got it right.
Huh?
You know what's worse? I'm just gonna tell you that he ends up dying in this, but when you play the game that comes in between 1 and 2, Ultra Despair Girls, you meet his father, and his father ends up dying like 5 minutes into meeting him. So, yeah, eaten alive by a beast Monokuma. Oh yeah, in Ultra Despair Girls, you're just shooting a bunch of different Monokumas in the face. And, yeah, one of them is a beast Monokuma that is really impossible to hit, so you have to turn into Genocide Jack.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Also, they reference Dragon Ball in Ultra Despair Girls, because one of Toko's special abilities is to throw a purple bomb of energy with scissors all around it, because that's how she kills things. And it literally references a spirit bomb when she says, "Give me your energy."
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Toko's a giant Dragon Ball thing, but not really in this game.
Huh? Thank you.
Heya! I'm Aoi Asahina, but my friends just call me Hina. Sup?
Yeah, okay. Nobody cares about you. Essentially there is a 16th person in this game, but what you don't realize is, the mastermind in this game is essentially this person I'm circled on right here, but her sister is dressing up as her. So there are 16 people, but you will only see 15. Yeah. And the fucked up part is, the mastermind, her sister, ends up killing her to make an example that I'm not fucking around. Say kill each other or you're never gonna have this school.
Hi! I'm Junko Enoshima. Charmed, I'm sure.
Nah, I'm just kidding. You're Mukuro, the ultimate soldier. Who fought in plenty of wars and never came out of them without a single.
What? What can we do?
Yeah, unlike those covers, you have cover photos, you have friends.
My name is Kyoko Kirigiri.
The ultimate mystery. You don't know. Oh yeah, that troll viewer left because I was probably spoiling shit to somebody who's never gonna play this.
Whew.
Alright, and now the last 4 people. Now this guy is truly the ultimate stoner.
I'm Yasuhiro Hagakure. Hero for short. Take it easy, yeah? I know I will.
He's the ultimate clairvoyant when super duper high school level shaman or psychic.
Could it be...
He actually references the bad
You know?
ending of this game if you get long enough into his free time. Where he's like, dude, your baby mama and mine are one and the same or whatever, and he's not wrong. The bad ending of the game is the main character, this shit right here, and him all having kids who they decided they can't leave the school because, you know, they're having a better life. It's just like the 4 of them. These two and Aoi Asahina, the swimmer girl, and the main character, all having kids together and living in within confinement of the school. So he technically calls it in his free time events. And he's usually only 30% right. That's how bad his fortune telling is. Yeah. So, good job though. I wrote the bad ending of the game, dude. I'm calling it. Let's go with...
I am Sakura Ogami.
This is the chain-smoking voice I haven't seen. She's competed in over 400 matches and beaten everybody, even though she's a lady. And some people have called her Ogre, or the missing link. But that's just really... I just people who judge others by their appearance. Yeah, it's a chick. That chick will squeeze your head off with just her thighs. She don't even need her hands. Yeah. And now we got the ultimate douchebag.
Name's Byakuya Togami.
I'm sorry, the ultimate rich kid.
I do not think we have been introduced. I am Celestia Ludenberg.
Yeah, that's not her real name. She's also known as the Queen of Liars.
Huh?
Her not telling you her real name comes into play later. She's won several underground gambling tournaments, cleaning out her victims' life savings and laughing at places. Yeah, never play her in the game of poker. And then we got 3, 2, and there it goes.
Ahem, ahem. Testing, testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school broadcast system. To all incoming students, I would like to begin the entrance ceremony at... right now! Please make your way to the gymnasium at your earliest convenience. That's all. I'll be waiting.
Fuck you, Monokuma, you piece of shit. Oh, let's go to the gym. I'll have to put this in my randomness playlist. Essentially, circle is moving faster. L1, R1 are essentially move side to side or going forward. Let's see. L2 and R2 don't do anything. Square brings up what would be your guide on how to save and stuff. Circle is nothing. Triangle is a phase speed map.
Hey,
What are you thinking?
You can't really tell a biker gang leader that, hey, no, don't touch in the halls. Alright, let's go to the museum. We are 30 minutes into the street. We're the first 5 of it. I'm fussing around trying to find my freaking save file.
Hey there! Howdy! Hello! Is everyone here? Good! Then let's get things rolling!
Prepare to meet a bad Mickey Mouse.
Huh? Teddy bear?
I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma! And I am this school's headmaster.
Line second up. You killed him.
Nice to meet you all. Say what? Hey, come on now. Headmaster. Say what?
shit.
Our multi-control system is so complex, even the folks at NASA can't recreate
Barrett!
Well,
Oh yeah, he's like Teddy from Persona 4. He makes a lot of really bad bear puns.
Come on.
Now then. Good morning!
You hear me?
What's your problem?
Now then.
Live in harmony together and adhere to the regulations. Regarding to that oh god. Now then, regarding the end date for this communal life.
Too bad.
There isn't one. In other words, you're stuck here till the day you die.
Yep.
But you're not. There's a bunch of food.
hold on.
It's true.
I'm not
Uh-huh. Phew.
Hey, come on.
Damn you!
Unbelievable. What are you gonna do?
Most of...
What's this? Hey,
Oh, well, I guess I did forget to mention one thing. There's one way to leave the school.
Actually,
It's a special clause I've called the graduation clause.
now then.
Now, let me tell you the rule. If not, you must know the names of the environment, and so,
What?
Well, you know, if one person were to murder another...
Yes, indeed!
Stabbing, strangling, bludgeoning, crushing, hacking, drowning, igniting, however you do it, doesn't matter. You must kill someone if you want to. You know what? I wouldn't care if I died immediately. I'm gonna pump that teddy bear across the fucking room.
Huh?
You know, and all he wants to do is see all of us drowned in despair and lose all of our hope.
What are you saying?
Blabbering? What do you mean blabbering? Stop blabbering on about blabbering on! How strange.
You can kill as much as you want. As much as you want to kill, so go on ahead. Go on and kill. Alright, come on, how long do you this? Not.
You know?
Huh?
I'm right.
Shit.
Oh, here's my favorite thing.
You're fucking dead.
What's the matter?
You son of a bitch! Gotcha, you little piece of shit! I don't know if you're a toy or a stuffed animal or whatever the hell. Either way, I'm gonna rip you to fucking shreds!
What? Violence against the headmaster is in violation of school regulations!
Shut the fuck up! Let me out of here, I swear to Christ! Hey, damn it! Piece of shit!
Watch out!
Huh? What the?
That sure as shit wasn't a joke. Who the hell up? Yeah, non-human villager wasn't fucking around. Besides, I'm a little main
But...
Hey!
I shut all my windows, but why the fuck is it so cold?
Damn you!
This is bad. Huh?
And all that happens and the prologue's done. We haven't even started the main game yet. Yeah, check that out. Minus the 5 minutes it took to get this whole thing going, that prologue lasted half an hour. And here's the true intro to the game. If it's not being blocked out.
Danganronpa.
Baseball, oh, and some of these deaths and executions are so fucking freaky. Like one of the executions is being strapped to a pole and being hit with baseballs. And it's called the 1,000 blows. Literally, Out of a rapid-fire turret gun, 1,000 baseball intelligence. Another one is being burned alive, called the burning of the Versailles Witch. But by the end of it, you just get a freaking fire truck brand. And like, there's one stupid execution to every one of these games, and unfortunately, it's Mondo's. He gets turned into butter. Would you like to save your game? Yes, I would. Now, we can choose to stop it here and pick this up like sometime later, or are you still okay, or whatever? One more chapter. You're gonna be there till probably 8 a.m. then, because these, like I said, these are like an hour to 2 hours long. Even if I rush through them, because it takes like 3 days for the first murder to happen. To survive daily life. Essentially, what's going to happen here is...
Hey.
We're all going to talk. Mondo and Byakuya are going to get into it. I jump in, and Mondo knocks me the fuck out cold. And keep in mind, they all got here at 8 o'clock. When I wake up after Mondo knocks me out cold, it is 7 o'clock at night. That means I've been knocked out for 11 hours straight. That's how hard this dude hits you. Yeah. Talk about crazy. You get hit once, get set flying, and you're knocked out for 11 hours. Nighttime is from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Fuck that. Noon works. Sleeping anywhere other than your room will be considered sleeping in class, and you will be punished. Restrictions, you are free to explore the academy. Violence against the headmaster, yeah, is forbidden. Okay, this is the big one here. Anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened, the murderer, will graduate unless they are discovered. So, if you can kill and get away with it and not get caught, you live. If you get caught, well, you're dead. You essentially join the new rules may be applied.
What?
Such ignorance.
Yeah, Byakuya sees himself above everyone in this room.
You're fucking dead. What? You want to throw down? You son of a bitch!
Well, that escalated. In the Danganronpa, the animation, which is just the anime of the entire first game, Chris Sabat actually voices Mondo, and if you didn't know, Chris Sabat plays Vegeta and Piccolo. So yes, essentially Vegeta is slugging the main character right now. Chris Sabat also plays Kuwabara in Yu Yu Hakusho, and this guy looks not exactly like Kuwabara, but he's got the orange hair and he's a gang leader. essentially everyone's room is exactly like this, except the girls' dorms have locks on the bathroom, and all the water shuts off at 10 p.m. Let's see, we got our thing here. Right, because this is from my completed save file. I'm still missing a lot of stuff. You can see, but I got everything. Oh, this was for getting 100% in the main items. This escape button, and this actually shows an alternate ending of the game. Kind of. It shows an alternate scene of the game, which you could have explored if, like, in the demo of this game. If you had managed to, before the first murder, go to the main entrance where we talk to everybody, you essentially escape and the game is over right there. But that was taken out. But that was taken out of the final game, of course, because then the game would have been too short if people found that out. So essentially, yeah, these are the gifts you can give. Okay, I shouldn't say all the gifts you can give your friends. Everything from this down you can't. The red costume, green costume, whatever up, you can give to your friends. Yes, and I know what you're thinking. Oh, look at that! It's a Zettetsuken, a sword, a fucking Miramasa, a gun, another gun, armor. Yeah, like I wouldn't give any of those people this stuff, but hey. Report cards. As you can see, other than the main character, because you can't get his starred, I have every single person maxed out, except for this one because I messed up. You can only hang out with her twice, before Chapter 2, and after Chapter 2, you're supposed to hang out with Genocide Jack. And I messed up, and I hung out with her 3 times. And, Genocide Jack will no longer give me anything anymore, so I can't get Genocide Jack skills. So it was a big mess up on my end. Let's see, well, we've got our room, we've got our pillow, we've got our blankets, we've got our bed, lint roller, the keys to your dorm, some notes, you just toss in the trash immediately. It's essentially telling you all the guys have toolkits in their drawers and all the women have sewing kits. And a map of every vital organ on the body. Yeah. Let's see. Bathroom, but mine's locked because it's stuck. It doesn't fit its door frame. And, let's see there. Did I get everything? Yeah, I got it. Okay. Essentially, since you're sleeping in your dorm, you do not violate this regulation. And then we leave and we bump into the pop star.
Oh! Sayaka? Sorry. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I hope you're okay. Sorry about that.
Essentially, we want to go to the dining hall, and like I said, we started this whole game at 8 a.m. in game time. But when I take a look at this clock, check this out. Okay, so what time is it now? What, 7 o'clock? Yeah. You were knocked out for 11 hours now. You were knocked the fuck out by two balls.
Hey, Hey, Hey,
these two knew each other in middle school, but she was popular and he wasn't, so they hardly ever talked. Then you got Mr. Loudmouth.
How unfortunate. Got it!
Next time, I swear I'll be the first one to arrive at breakfast. Ooh. For dinner or whatever. Make a race out of everything, dude.
Okay, it looks like everyone's here. Time to start the meeting! Let's all go around and share what we found out during our respective investigations. The sooner we find out what's going on, the sooner we get out of here.
Hold on a sec.
What are you talking about?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Aww.
huh?
Relax.
You hear me?
First order doesn't occur for 3 days.
You see, you see.
Get a little boring, but if you just pull through it. That's not. Anyway, Danganronpa 2 is a lot more fun. More interactive.
You see.
Hmm.
This sucks.
Aww.
Hold on, I got a message from a buddy.
So then,
But
however,
Let.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Oh yeah. Check this out.
What the? Huh? Are you for real?
Hey, come on.
What sisters call each other sluts? Jesus Christ.
Hey,
getting magically restocked.
Hmm?
Whatever. Hyperbolic time chamber.
Huh?
What's your problem?
I hope you can't see the message popping up on screen.
Are you okay with this?
Okay. Come on. Let me get to the freaking see if I see this is me trying to speed run the game here because I have blazed trials. Okay, you know what? You know I'm essentially going to do is I'm going to save the game and I'm going to load up the class trial and I'm just going to tell you who dies. So the first victim is Sayaka. But it's not all innocent here. Sayaka tries to kill Leon, and Leon accidentally kills her in self-defense. And self-defense or not, it is still murder. Let's see, set skills. I've got 42 out of 43 SP. I've got all these skills I can't use. This mystery. Let's see. Finish preparation. Let the class trial begin.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Okay, and Sayaka planned to pin the murder on us if she had successfully killed Leon because they switched rooms for the night. Because Sayaka was crocodile tearing, saying, "Oh, someone came knocking on my door, rattling it, and then left." And then, essentially, we switch rooms for the night. I sleep in Sayaka's room. They sleep in my room. Or she sleeps in my room. But what we didn't know is that she switched the door. She switched the door pictures because each door has the character's picture on them. So essentially, her room was considered my room, and my room was considered hers, so she could put the blame on me. So yeah, goody goody two shoes ends up being
Of course!
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Shut up, Kiyotaka.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, what's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
For not wanting to participate in the class trial.
Friendship penetrates?
I was like, yeah, this guy will turn a sick word into a joke for him to laugh.
Okay, but what about that other empty... There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
No, I don't need it.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, that's wrong!
This is the part of the game you don't hardly hear me talk.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked.
Oh yeah. Also, the rooms are soundproof, so you could scream as loud as you like and no one can hear you. And this is what happened over the course of a few months.
With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting...
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon!
So the killer used some random knife that...
No, that's wrong! No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife. After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret, when nobody...
No, that's wrong! Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier? Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, Why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
Oh, yeah, about that, no. If there is an accomplice to a murder, only the one who actually did the killing gets to go free. The accomplice gets jack shit.
So you ask, and so each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
No, they are not executed. Only the person who did the actual murder, if caught, will be executed. The accomplice is just like stuck with everyone looking at them terribly.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
Unless you plan to kill your accomplice.
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife, so I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then...
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just...
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
That you had about Sakura when you found out she was a chick.
I hate me.
Right. But then, couldn't either one...
Actually, no.
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over.
Monokuma showed them all a motive to start killing.
Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms.
I had the same thought you did.
But I'm a girl.
What? You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility.
Oh, yeah, that's true! One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because... they're not here anymore. Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water.
Then the person who took the knife was the victim herself!
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after all!
No, you're wrong!
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer. Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't...
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
And now we enter the first minigame of the class trial, the Hangman's Gambit. And some of these words can get ridiculous, but this first one's going to be easy because I have the game set it easy. It's going to have, yeah, first three letters. Boom. Done.
Now I understand!
Look at that.
That's right! There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the...
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove...
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene?
Yeah, like, my door was stuck in the frame, and I knew how to get it unlocked. But the killer broke the door down.
Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the back...
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
Missing some screws, and the door handle is busted.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom.
No, I didn't kill her.
There was clear evidence left behind.
The red hair is the murderer. Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait. Oh, on easy mode, I don't take damage? Oh, this is made.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom.
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
You hire something, hero?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And
oh yeah, true. But what did...
Speaking of that, before we continue, I want you to look at this dying message. What do you see? Yes, but if you look carefully, what does it look like to you? I'll give you a hint. Flip the image 180 degrees. No. Look at the end. Look at the end carefully. Look at the streak in the middle. It's barely there, but you can see it. Yeah. No. It's an N. And who is the only man in our group whose letters, you had it right, you had Leo, but those two L's are actually, or those two ones are actually an N, right? Now, okay. Oh shit. Yes, Sayaka wrote it with her hand, with her left hand, downward, like she couldn't turn her left hand, so she wrote letters going backwards. Yeah, and our characters are too stupid to realize it, so they just think it's a bunch of numbers. But yes, Mr. Kawata. You've been found guilty.
What does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob.
Like, people found out immediately that it was Leon because they wrote the numbers down themselves and flipped the image 180 degrees.
This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner.
It's clever,
it
but
proves
it was like,
Makoto is beyond
like,
suspicion.
Oh, come on, that was like the easiest.
So what?
Ever.
You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
Stuck, dumbass.
You still don't see? Okay, let's take another look at how the incident unfolded.
Did you not ever get?
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her, and they got into the
At that point, the killer had to try and... because Sayaka had locked it. No, that's wrong!
My door wasn't locked, dumbass.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So
okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
Switched the nameplates on the doors, so Leon thought he was literally in Sayaka's room. That's why he broke down the door, because he thought it was locked.
I got it! The killer must not have realized...
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable!
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room,
then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through!
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. The killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening.
That is a definite possibility.
Oh, shut up and just believe me, jackass.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up! Quit without saving!
This fat bastard.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something.
Does no one have any other thoughts or...
Oh, as a matter of fact... Oh, you don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well... I was just wondering... How did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
I invited Leon's dumbass over for like, I guess, a late night booty call, and it ended up like, psych, you're getting a knife in your chest.
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up.
I don't think so. That seems
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
No, Monokuma said that all the locks
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma...
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against... Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Well, I mean, we switched rooms, but she was faking that.
I got it!
Somebody was not
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? Knowing what she'd been through.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh?
There we go.
Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil, and these are the words that appeared.
Oh man, when you write!
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been...
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or...
So, Makoto, did you...
No.
Of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that, then they would have gone to
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying. So in other words,
Even if someone did read, they would not have any...
It certainly would seem that way.
Sayaka and Makoto's, but in the note,
it specifically says, my room.
Shoot!
Sayaka and Makoto switched, but in the note, it specifically said, I see. Then they would have gone...
Exactly. The room that Makoto...
No, that's wrong! The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got... switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other. So switching the nameplate and the one who switched the names was...
Right. Okay, then...
Obviously, it's, Sayaka.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms, so the only other person besides me who would even know—
You can also infer as much from her note. She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms.
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was, probably whoever she invited over We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that...
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened.
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene.
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Well, let me think. My evidence did fuck.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should be right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
He's still there?
Is that gold?
This trial shouldn't go on for too much longer.
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Yeah, we start, like, I cut to this at around 35 minutes into the stream, and look at that, we're already at an hour and 25.
Alright, then it's about...
There's a bit more. Would you like to learn? No, I already know everything about this game. Looks like a sword, looks like a sheath, looks like a... Well...
When the fighting broke out. Sneak attack!
No, that's wrong!
Sheath had damage. Why would you swing a sword? And sheath getting damage?
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Huh? Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut it.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife?
Stop jumping ahead! Slow down.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how...
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there was...
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it! So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her...
Her palms are clean, and the sheath is covered in gold coating that comes literally right off.
I got it!
Her palms have been all clean.
You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean. So I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hand. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she is.
Sorry, but...
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all.
Because the water was off at 10 feet.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at night.
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh.
You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
I'm not sure.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with...
I got it!
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
And it...
Things go by really quick if I hold it back. Essentially, it's a dying message. Okay, here's where Leon gets fucked.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, that's wrong. There still might be one clue left.
Dining. Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember?
She was writing while she was dying, and he stood over her with a knife, dumbass.
11037.
Well, before we get too far in, can we really...
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it.
Oh, and also because of censorship reasons, the blood was changed from red to pink.
That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote. What the heck do those numbers mean?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh!
Huh? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming... Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa! You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did
I
it!
could write that with my left index finger, and I could write it straight Leon. I'm doing it right now, actually. Let's see. Oh, boom, done. And I did it in the same fashion. I did it in the same fashion with my index finger, writing it upside down, or not upside down, but straight across.
So, whose name did she write?
Says she didn't have the fucking right numbers. Although if she had been writing his name and he noticed, I guess he would have screwed it all up. But to be honest, complete fucking. And goodbye.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What? What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
Oh, maybe excuses now, are we? After you try to put the toilet thing on?
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against
I
it.
can do that. I literally just did it, and I can write the L-E-O-N exactly like that. But facing 180 degrees, so you can read it as the person's name.
In that position, she couldn't move, and as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
It's funny because we couldn't get into the trash room, and you being the ultimate baseball star, you just balled up your shirt and tossed it in the incinerator after turning it on while using Hero's crystal ball to start up the motherfucker after it broke.
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right,
To destroy the evidence, Leon balled up his shirt.
I got it!
And threw it inside the incinerator.
You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
And, okay, but get this. From the incinerator to the gate to the trash room is 30 feet. No one could make that cross. No one. But the ultimate baseball star.
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, and to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off, and
the killer didn't notice. If they had, isn't that right, Leon?
What?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right! There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
How the shirt was disposed of. We should be able to figure out who...
Oh yeah, that's a good point. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right?
Nope, you just don't.
And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in. And so the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
If we couldn't hit that 30 feet.
Interesting.
Oh, you're making this too easy.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator.
No, that's wrong.
You should have retards stand up before.
Hold on.
Man.
I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the...
Yes, you could.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball,
But how would you use it?
That you paid $1 million yen for. Because someone told you to control the world.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that.
Someone threw that through a...
Remember what you said before?
Okay, look at this. If it shows you
Hifumi had the key. Was because the killer was able to hit once they'd gotten the incinerator going?
Hey, come on!
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the shards of broken glass, if the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is... I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling—
You still won't admit it, Makoto. Go ahead and review the—
And now we review the... And you're gonna see how small this gap is that he had to toss this thing. Check this out. Look at that. Look at that. Like, my accuracy, I'd probably break the ball throwing through the glass. Or the cage. Look at that. Look at that. There is no possible human way a regular person who wasn't talented at throwing a baseball could net that. Yeah, a small gap. There's no possible way they could have hit the thing unless they really did. So you blame that on Akumi was fucking stupid. You blame this on me was fucking stupid. Also, I do like the comic book they have keeping it traditional going up to Japanese. Let's see, we balled up the shirt. Also tossed it into that small ass game.
The killer is you! I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, from what we... She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for.
Because Monokuma showed her a motive video. Her motive video was her friends all dead, lying on stage without it.
They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back.
Oh, I had to do horrible things to get to the top.
During the struggle, a strike from the sword.
You could probably guess what that meant.
And that's when she lost her... Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran. The killer went after her, but couldn't get... What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily. So the
culprit went back to his own room where they could have stopped
and stabbed Sayaka.
Leon not only went to his own room, got his screwdriver, and came back instead of just, staying in his own room.
But with what strength to keep the killer from noticing. And with that, all her strength was gone. Was Sayaka... Then they took the lint roller in my room. Afterwards, they tried to burn the shirt using but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator.
It's not Haley Joel Osment, that voice.
So they came up with a plan to use Hero's crystal ball, which he'd left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate base. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the which then quickly. Having destroyed the final piece of it, but there was one part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire, burnt away. The killer didn't notice this. Isn't that right, Leon?
And he still has one more thing.
It would appear that Hero simply forgot his crystal. Seeing the ball.
When the killer removed the screws from the door in
essentially a rhythm game, but you have to break through the opponent's arguments.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lie! Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! Stupid!
Oh.
You lie! Shut up! Where's your proof?
My proof is your tool.
Where's your proof?
Dumbass.
This should prove it.
You ready to watch that baseball helmet?
The screws on the back.
Yep, you fucked up. We're done here. Oh, let's see. Yeah, A rank. Woo. 72 Monokuma coins. It doesn't fucking matter. I've already got everything in the game, other than those mystery items, which are fucking extra shit.
You all have to make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be Okay, then let's get excited! What's it gonna be?
No,
What's it
that was
gonna
just him
be?
realizing that there was no point arguing anymore. Alright. The votes are in. The Monokuma slot machine will land on Leon. Alright. Time to watch a brutal. Self-defense, you still murdered her. Oh yeah, this was the scene Monokuma's motive showed Sayaka. All of her friends dead.
Why? No matter what.
What the students don't realize is that Monokuma was somehow to take 2.5 years of their memories of their school life away. So these guys were actually all friends, and then lost their memories, and so now they're complete strangers to one another. So yes. Also, Sayaka didn't know if her friends were really dead or not, but she acted like she just walked in here yesterday. Now, you walked in and 2 years went by. Yeah. Yeah, at the end of the game. Especially when the mastermind tells Byakuya, I am when Byakuya is like, Oh, I am the one who will run the Togami family into its mightiness or whatever. Yeah, you would have run your company and all that. The Byakuya, or the Togami family, is no longer alive. And it just destroys it. Richie Rich has gone to like, oh my god, all my family's gone. Because Junko filled the world with despair by having all the security cameras show footage to the outside world, and that made everyone go crazy. Families given over to Junko by their own kids for torture. People making other people commit suicide for Junko. Hell, yes, and hell, in the second game, just because these people love Junko, 2,357 people all committed suicide just for her. Yeah.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Junko
Phew.
is the utmost right king of manipulation. Even worse than any anime person. Worse than Toby manipulating Sasuke to fucking join the Akatsuki. Yeah, she's worse than that. She makes Toby look like a saint. Or Obito. Whatever.
That's enough.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
You got caught doing the crime, you're gonna do time, and unfortunately your time is
Yeah, that's it.
Is that okay?
You went back to your own fucking room to get your food right. You could have stopped. And just went back.
Do you understand?
Fucking day, and inside your mother just killed you. And then put you in Makoto's room.
So, that's...
Oh!
I think Psycho would have soundly slept soundly knowing that Leon's body was about dead being evaporated.
Huh?
Oh, the one that Blaine is trying to kill my...
Hey,
No, one of you just wanted to get out more than the other. So,
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Oh, you're scared now?
Hey, come on now.
Stop, please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
No!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
No!
Well, Leon, I barely knew you, but good luck in hell, man. You're gonna need, hey, maybe you can play for the underworld Satans. No, okay, bad joke. The underworld devils, maybe? Yeah, even speeding through text, this literally took 2 hours. If I had gone through the 3 days and then the investigation leading up to this, this would have been a 2.5, maybe 3 hour trial. Uh-oh. Oh god. The 1,000 players. Oh! Like my window was shut. What the fuck? Yeah, there's that. Yeah, that's one of Monokuma's less punishments. Oh, okay. I'm not going through another trial just so you can see punishment. We'll do that. Yeah, but what do you think about the game? Something you might play yourself if you can get through all the words. Yeah, also Monokuma gives no fucks. He will wreck your shit.